Yo, man,
Oh,
what's going on,
what's up,
man?
man?
How
How
you
we doing?
been, man?
I'm good. Congrats to you and your team on the album.
I appreciate that. Thank you, bro.
It's amazing. I wanted to let everyone know that they have a First Amendment right to always film the police every time, all the time. You have a Fourth Amendment right to refuse searches. You have a Fifth Amendment right to remain silent, a Sixth Amendment right to a jury trial. And we just want people to know their rights and how to interact with police so that they're more safe. And we also want to encourage people to be jurors, jury duty, instead of voting like once or twice a year. Being a juror is the number one thing you can do for someone in your community. You could be the 1 in 12 that gets them free or out, or prosecute a cop who kills someone. You could do all those things if you're a jury. So I just wanted to share all that, and I appreciate you.
Nah, for sure, for sure. I mean, but you got all right. You said a lot real quick. Just say one more thing that stand out. That's like that makes sense for the because you be on all the bullshit cops and all their
The number
bullshit
one
rules and everything,
thing that
right?
makes sense is more than 50% of our money, of every tax dollar we have, goes to the police. The police get billions of dollars and
Who's that
they do not
guy?
solve or prevent crime. They never do it. So we need to actually understand that we need to fund communities and resources so that we don't need police who don't solve crime, don't prevent crime. The only thing that police are guaranteed to do to you is lie. And when
Harass you?
the police, 40% of officers have domestic violence in their homes. When police commit crimes, when they beat people, when they do the worst of the worst, they are
Yeah,
never held accountable. The only thing you can do where you can commit crimes and never be held accountable is a cop.
is a cop.
Is a cop. Yeah, that's the only job you can have where you can break the law, cost your employer hundreds of thousands of dollars or millions of dollars, and still be employed. If you were a Starbucks employee and poured hot water on someone, you would not be working at the Starbucks in a different city.
Yeah,
Yet officers can break the law. They can sell drugs, buy drugs, steal your drugs, and sell them to someone else and not ever be held accountable, still get paid by our tax dollars. Derek Chauvin, who murdered George Floyd on camera, will still be collecting a pension that we pay for after being convicted of murder. And so these are the kind of things that we really try to make people know about, become aware about, and then how to actually create steps to make change, not just talk about it and share videos that we don't want to see, but we then advocate with the families impacted by police violence. We work with Bianca Austin, the aunt of Breonna Taylor, Jacob Blake Sr., and we're working on a bill to end qualified immunity because, again, we are tired of when cops shoot, kill, rape, steal, they aren't held accountable.
yeah, definitely. Fire,
That's a
fire.
fact.
Are you still in Bali?
No, I'm in
Oh, you
LA.
in LA? Okay.
Yeah.
How that shit be for you, man? Just cause you be on them and your community and grown crazy. So salute to that. Congratulations on that too.
We've been
Just how far like
exposed, and
crazy it took you.
I'm pretty close to Beverly Hills. I've been exposing that department for over 10 years. I've been sharing videos of Beverly Hills specifically to the point that enough victims came and they hired Benjamin Crump, the attorney, and he filed a $500 million class action lawsuit alleging racial discrimination on Beverly Hills. And that's going on right now. So the work we do isn't just for social media. It actually is creating stuff in courts and real change all over the country.
Fire, man. But when you move around yourself, they don't be harassing you like overly. I'm talking about like that shit sound like
They
paranoia. So I
do.
salute it
They
for
say
sure
to
though
me,
that you able to.
yeah, when they see me, they repeat my name. They'll go, "Hey Senate, hey Senate." They'll say my last name, "Hey Senate Devermont, do you still have your mailbox on?" And then they'll say the street name. Do you still? And they'll say really
Damn.
personal information about me. But that isn't going to stop me from holding. Just 2 nights ago,
Or emotion.
no, last night I was driving home. They had a man in handcuffs, an African American man who didn't have a light on his bicycle. I've been stopped by the same department, Beverly Hills PD. I've never been put in handcuffs, and I've gotten a ticket on my bicycle. I've gotten a ticket driving my car. I've gotten a ticket jaywalking, and that department has never put me in handcuffs. So why, when they stop black people for all the same things, car, jaywalking, they have to search the person, put them in handcuffs? It's without doubt racial profiling and racial discrimination.
And set your push just like how you've been pushing and your whole squad. Um, you see a lot of change happen, or is it like do you feel like you fighting the same fight every day and then it's the same thing, but maybe the community grows, even like your community and everything, the word spread and all that, but is it doing anything?
A $500 million lawsuit on a department, I think, without doubt, raises eyebrows and creates awareness that is undeniable.
Yeah,
Um, is it a we got to make some serious changes. And right now, even with Karen Bass, right, the mayor, she's a liberal, she's African American, she is still funding police more, right? So we have to figure out ways to really tap in. And jury duty is actually one of the ways that every person watching here could get the summons in the mail.
mm-hmm.
And that's the thing that, yeah, that could change. You could be the 1 in 12 to hear all the facts of the case and say, wow, even though they were selling whatever the drug is, weed, whatever it is, even though they did all the crimes, I could say not guilty because I don't think people should be in jail or in prison, rotting in a cell, being treated like an animal for something like a non-violent offense. And that's
Right
the
now for
power
sure,
we have as a juror.
definitely. Is it big? I'm only asking the question as far as like the juries, since they got this program in play already, it's their system. It's how they kind of want it to go, right? Even with the jurors, if they start seeing like a crazy influx of jurors not doing that, they gonna start politicking there too, right?
They could, but that's the one, like kind of like voting, right? It has its thing, but at the end of the day, you have the choice to on who you vote for. Now, there's a bunch of things that make it difficult, right? If you have to work and you can't take the time off, there is a lot of politics to all the stuff.
Yeah,
And it's a convo that we have to have. Jury duty in our country, if you think about it, it's like, how do we get out of it, right? I don't want to be there, blah, blah, blah. If we change the perception of it,
right,
we'll start having combos of how do we sit in the seat? What do we have to say? It's not saying that we go march Black Lives Matter in 2020. That's not going to get us in the seat, right? Because they're going to be like, nah, it's about saying less, saying that whatever has happened to you in the past won't affect uh, your decision in being fair and listening to the facts of the case to decide if the person's innocent or guilty.
right. Yeah. Nah, yeah, nah, I hear you, bro. I hear you, man. Nah, this tight, man. Shout outs, man. I know everybody on here already updated on you, man. I ain't holler at you in a minute. I ain't holler at you in a minute, man.
You know what the
I'll be,
ACLU is, right? Do you
huh?
know what the ACLU is?
ACLU?
Yeah, no.
No.
It's called the American Civil Liberty Union. It's like been around forever. They bring in 300 million a year, and it's like an old kind of nonprofit that advocates for civil liberties. But basically, AFTP is the acronym of Always Film the Police,
Okay.
and it also stands for Always for the People. And that's what we're committed to, and really trying to build a serious organization that advocates and not just we get the unfortunate call from people when their kid is killed by the
Yeah.
police, or their uncle or their dad. And a lot of times it's a similar thing of my pops was having a mental health crisis, or my son was. We called 911 because we needed help, and then we watched them smoke my loved one in front of me. And now the media is saying that they're an enemy, they're a criminal, right? They kill you and then try to assassinate your character. And so we're actively trying to be there for these people and raising this kind of awareness. So I would love to link more and see how we can, raise the ante
Take
on
it.
all of it.
Yeah, nah, let's do it. I'm with it, man. Fuck with that. For sure. Sound like some self care, man. That's what it sounds like. Even the jury duty and everything. Like you said, we all be trying to get out of it. That when it come in the mail and everything, it don't even seem like unless you're trying to get out of work. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? That's one of the
And I'm
things.
not
So, but
someone who's trying
going
to
sounds like
create.
self care.
It is self-care, and it's about having healthy interactions with police. Not like I'm all about filming with the police, but not antagonizing them. I'm actually about saying less. I'm saying I'm not about causing friction. It's about how to get home And if the worst thing happens, how do you have proof so you can hold them accountable? I've sued the Santa Monica Police Department and won a $70,000 settlement because I spent the night in jail. And I sued the LA sheriffs because I spent the night in jail. But only reason I was able to win is because I had footage. You have no footage, there's nothing gonna happen.
Yeah. Nah, for sure, man. Much love to you, bro. Yeah, and protection and all that, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna say this. It's it's dope what you're doing for sure. To me, even as a black man, like how you be frontlining, that shit seemed like a lot of anxiety. It seemed like a whole lot of anxiety to even try to go up against a system and be that whistleblower in a sense, or that person spreading that much awareness or responsible for it. It can seem like, you know the saying, we'll get you up out of here real quick. You know what I mean? But for the fact that we all still feel the same ways, we do feel it. So I'm just letting you know, somebody like me appreciate this shit for real.
I appreciate that. I personally I don't feel that good about privileges and all stuff if people don't feel the same. So if people don't feel safe around police, I don't care to feel safe around police because what's the difference, you know? And so
Right,
if I can then put a magnifying glass on them and say, no, if this is wrong, then it's not even my choice. I've been just doing it, you know?
Yeah, nah, for sure. That's heavy. That's
But I
heavy.
appreciate you for letting me tap in, and I'll message you and we'll keep chopping it up.
Nah, we can do something for real. Put something together.
Respect, man. I really respect your work and love seeing you still making moves.
Man, easy call, man. Us, bro.
Respect. All right,
All
PC.
right, man. Stay up, check
Hey.
it. Yes, baby. I love